Perfect. How are we all doing? Good morning, everyone. How are we doing? Good? Excited to be here? Yes? Good. Okay. I think most of you know me from the pre-programs last week. My name is Elisa Ruiz, and I am the Associate Director for the School of Science and Technology, taking care of the master's programs. So it is a pleasure to welcome you all to the opening ceremony of the Master in Business Analytics and Data Science program. So welcome, everyone. Very excited to be here. We have an exciting event coming up. So we're going to hear from the Dean of the School of Science and Technology, from the Admissions Department, from the Careers Department, and also we have an alumni from the last April intake, and of course from our academic director from the program as well. So without further ado, it is an honor to introduce our Dean of the School of Science and Technology, Iklak Sidu.
All right, hi everyone, welcome. It's the beginning of the program. I'm trying to think back to when it was the beginning of my master's degree. And let me just say that was not last year, or 5 years ago, or 10 years ago, or 15 years ago. We can keep going, but it was a long time ago. All right, but I do remember that it's an exciting day because it's kind of a new chapter of life. It's kind of like a whole set of new opportunities that are possible. Can you hear me? Is this loud enough? Or is that just a blank look? No, just kidding. All right, so I want to say first, on that idea that it's, a new chapter, congratulations. It's exciting to, start a new year and to have the opportunity to do all of these new things. A couple things I should tell you just in the opening. Definitely today you're going to hear about what to expect in the degree program and requirements, and probably something about how you won't sleep or whatever. But we'll go through all of those things. But just to maybe a few opening ideas. One is I do want to tell you what we're doing in the school, the entire school of Science and Technology. I think maybe the other thing just worth mentioning for a second, I'm sure you have heard of AI. Clearly this is I feel like if fire was invented last year, everyone would be talking about, you can cook with it and you can use it to heat things, or it would be related to everything. And right now that's what AI is like. It's somewhat recent and everyone's trying to figure out how it relates to everything else. And I think, so you're going into, business analytics and data science, and clearly AI will affect this also. I'm going to give you my off-the-cuff comment on it, which is, besides the nobody knows and all that type of thing, AI, it's like you could imagine somehow that some things in data science or some things that you want to analyze could be done with AI, and of course you should do those things. In fact, going into this area and not making use of the AI tools would be really counterproductive. So, I would encourage you to use it in every possible way that you can as you learn the things that you're about to learn to do. At the same time, it doesn't really, it's not always accurate. It doesn't always give you the right answer. And you can't by itself, you can't rely on it. And so, what's happening with AI? So one thing I'm trying to say is there's this tool, and it will relate to what you do with data science and so forth, but it doesn't replace it, and in fact, there more and more. I was just speaking at the Economist Impact Conference in London a little while ago, and a lot of people are talking about this with AI, which is that when people, including students or people who are at work, when they're using it, there's kind of two groups of people, two segments of people. There's one group that when they use it with a lot of critical thinking. They use it with questions. They use it because they want to know something, like they're getting benefit from using it. And there's another group that's using it just to get a quick answer to something. And at the end of, say, 3 months or 6 months of like that type of thinking, what happens is there's kind of this new digital divide happening. And the ones who are using it with critical thinking are basically getting smarter, and they're able to use it, they're doing it better. And the ones who are just using it to get a quick answer, they actually feel dumber at the end of 3 months than they were before, than they felt before. Like you call that imposter syndrome or whatever, when you feel like you don't know things that you think other people around you know, right? So that all comes down to how you use it, right? And it comes down to the human part of you. It comes down to your critical thinking, your curiosity, you're just, you as a person trying to translate it so that you can communicate it to other humans. And so what's happening is there's a group of people that are kind of becoming above the AI, and there's a group of people who are becoming like servants of the AI. So, and what controls the difference between whether you become on top of the AI and the AI basically is used to manage other people, or will you end up being kind of below the AI and other people are using it to manage groups of people? When you walk into McDonald's or whatever and you ask for something that machine cannot give you, right? You say, I want an order that is not one of the buttons on that machine. That person has no power at all. They cannot give you that thing because they have to work with that technology. They have to somehow get your order to come out. So that's how technology, people who develop the technology, they use it to manage lots of people, and people who work underneath the technology, they can't do anything that the technology doesn't let them do. Just think about that for a bit. And the difference, this is not supposed to be a lecture on this, this is an off-the-cuff comment, but I just wanted to say, first of all, the difference is your critical thinking, your ability to stay human, your ability to be a person using AI. So anyway, that's my AI comment, just before we go into all the other things. AI is not replacing anything in computer science. It's not taking any role in data science. It's a tool for you, but you got to keep your critical thinking, your judgment, your human skills, asking what is the right question, interpreting the answer, testing that that's correct. All of that. That's your job. Use the tool, but make sure you stay above the AI and not under the AI. Okay, so with that, I just want to say also, we're doing a lot of things in the school overall. We're building a new polytechnic. So we have, of course, data science, computer science, environmental sciences, applied math. We're going into, it's way too early to announce it. I mean, I can say the words, but it's not that we've announced anything, but we have an interest to go into industrial engineering, into biotechnology. There's a lot of things that we're doing. We also launched something in the news. It's called IEX, and it's a research accelerator and a fund. And we're doing this out of our New York and Madrid both, but we're doing it in collaboration with what we're doing in New York. And we are funding collaborations with Berkeley and with Stanford and with Oxford and other places around the world. And we're funding activities on the campus here. And we're using this funding so that what we fund, say, at Stanford, relates to or connects with the things that we fund here. So we're building this global network, and we're making these connections possible. Overall, this is part of a plan of what we're doing with the whole school. That includes basically making something that's very industry connected, very entrepreneurial at the core, and I mean in your mindset, not only starting ventures or anything, and also being a gateway so that you can come from anywhere and find an opportunity in another place, being a global gateway. And all of this research network, all of these other things that we're doing, it's to build a very different school. It's to build a very, I think of it as like a next generation polytechnique. Like you haven't seen one before. Like what we're building now, there's not a copy of it. Like you can't say like, oh, we're building another MIT. That would be honestly hard and dull because there is an MIT already. But what we're building is a completely new one that's really connects with industry and connects around the world. It's a different thing. Okay, I'm going to stop there. All right, and so I probably used my 3 minutes already. I don't know. Probably went a little longer. What I thought I would do actually is, while I can talk indefinitely, at least I've been told that's true, if you have a question or a comment or something, I'll take one or two instead of just making it like a, like, hi, welcome, congratulations, bye. I'm happy to interact with you. What's on your mind? First day, what's on your mind? Be brave. Yes?
What would be your advice to make the most out of the bar experience here in the master overall?
What would be my advice on what?
On how to make the most out of the experience?
Okay, all right. Fantastic question and a very relevant one given it's the first day of the program. So I would say that there's a word called agency. How many of you, you know what an agency is, but do you know the word like from a psychology point of view, like what agency means? Who knows what that means? Someone who knows it, just say what it means.
It's the ability to make decisions.
That's right. Agency means the ability to make, and I'll just add one more word to what you're saying, your own decisions, okay? And so much of what you learn, other people decide that you should learn it. They're like, this is what's in a class, here's the syllabus. I'd like to encourage you to have some agency of your own. Figure out what you think is most worth learning for you. And you can, like if something is covered but you didn't think it was covered enough, go beyond it to learn that thing. Like, don't just leave what you learn to other people. You should have control over that. You should have some agency about your learning. Beyond that, I would say build a project portfolio. Do as many things that you can show people that you did outside of class. Everyone gets assigned to do things in class, but the things that you do outside of class, they relate to you in the interview. Like when you're interviewing, everyone's going to say, I took this class, I took that class, I got a A, I got an A minus, whatever. Everyone's going to say something like that. But you want to be able to say, yeah, and while I was doing that, I worked on this project. It was very meaningful to me because something about my past, I grew up this way, I just always had an interest in this, that's why I wrote this code, I organized that conference, I did this thing, what it is. Make, those things that you do outside the class, that is going to be your differentiator when you're interviewing. It's also going to kind of build who you are. And then the third thing is probably so first one is agency, two is build your portfolio, and third will be just connect with everybody. And that means meaningfully connect, not like, hi, like I know your name and that's nice. But, it's like meaningful connection usually means that you work on something with someone. Like in Silicon Valley, we use that term all the time, pay it forward. You know what that term means? It basically means that whoever helped you, you don't have to help them back. You can help another person. And in some weird way, it's the same idea as karma, but all in the same life. Okay, so pay it forward. Like if you understand a thing and it's a homework assignment, explain it to somebody who doesn't understand it. Okay, and there's a lot of benefit to that because when you explain it to someone else, you learn it better. You're not doing yourself any disservice. You're doing yourself a favor and you're doing them a favor. It's kind of like good all the way around. Or, whatever project, whatever like purpose, whatever you can do in common with other people, those bonds, you'll have them like a long time. Okay, that's it on my advice thing. Okay, the other 100 piece of advice, you have to come and talk to me separately, but it's basically have some agency, make your portfolio, and connect. Use this year to do all those things. You'll really benefit from it, okay? All right, maybe I should stop there because, another question can take half an hour. So, all right, it's really nice to see you all. I really wish you phenomenal luck and, best wishes through the year. Obviously, I'm around, I'm available. If you need something, just let me know or let people here know and they can find me too. But good luck, all right?
Thank you, Iklak, for the welcome words and the amazing advice as well. So we have our academic director for the program, Raquel Cabero, next. So please, welcome to the stage.
Great. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to iUniversity. First of all, I'd like to congratulate each of you for making it to this point. You're about to start one of the best Masters in Business Analytics and Data Science in the world, so congratulations to all of you. So now you're part of a community which is defined by excellence, ambition, and global impact. It's important to know. So before, you just met Iklak, but I'll give you a brief introduction just about his background because we're very lucky to have no, it's just so that you know a little bit more because we're very lucky to have him leading the school. So Iklak, he's an internationally renowned scientist, entrepreneur, academic in the area of technology and engineering, with a PhD in engineering, electrical and computer engineering. He holds 75 patents in the sector of telecommunications. You probably know some of them, WhatsApp, Zoom. And he's also the author of the best-selling innovation engineering book. He's also the founder of the Center of Technology and Entrepreneurship at Berkeley. He used to work there for 20 years. And he also created a very popular course in Berkeley called Data X course. Thank you, Iklak, so much for the introduction, by the way. No, he does. He knows everything about technology, so perfect. Great. Perfect. And I would also like to introduce you to Guillermo de Haro. He's the Vice Dean of the School of Science and Technology. He wasn't able to be here today, but no worries because you'll get to know him during the course, and he's always available as well if you need anything. And just so that you know a little bit more, Guillermo, he has combined his academic passion with a successful career in entrepreneurship, in management. He's a telecommunication engineering. He did his MBA here at iUniversity. He has 2 PhDs, one in economics and the other one in engineering. And he's worked in software and technology development, e-business, innovation consulting, retail, and in the entertainment sector. Just wanted to give you an introduction of the Vice Dean and the Dean because I think it's important for you to know who's leading your programs. So I know there are probably many different reasons that brought you here today, but the reality is that you're all here right now about to start the program. Well, you've already started the pre-program, and today is the officially beginning. And I would say it's probably the most exciting time to study data science. So, well, speaking from my experience, not only because I was sitting right there where you are a few years ago, I'm also an alumni of the program, but also because I have the great pleasure to see every year students since the very first beginning when they start the program to the moment they graduate and also as they move forward in their professional careers. And I can tell you that this program is going to transform and it's going to change your life. So I'm not saying it's going to be an easy journey. It's true that this is a challenging program. You'll see a lot of new concepts, new things to learn. The workload gets pretty high, but it's also a great year. It's going to be fun as well, no worries, because it's a lot of new people, plenty of new opportunities. So So that's what coming ahead. And I'd like to, I was mentioning that right now is one of the most exciting times to study data science. Iklak was mentioning how everything is changing with AI. But right now, in 2025, the demand for data professionals is higher than ever. I was reading the other day, I mean, I'm always reading about market trends and opportunities, but I was reading from the World Economic Forum this report about the future jobs in 2025. And 170 million jobs are going to be created in the next decade, but artificial intelligence and big data are at the top of the list. So there are plenty of opportunities, and this is something very exciting for all of us. So the amount of data that is generated nowadays is massive. The global economy is being reshaped, as we were mentioning before, by artificial intelligence and by data technologies. And companies across every sector are investing highly in artificial intelligence, data analytics, and also in data-driven decision-making. Organizations right now are looking for professionals who have this knowledge, who can actually turn data, artificial intelligence, and innovation into reality. And it's true that there are not that many professionals. I mean, there are professionals every time there are more professionals, but there is a shortage of professionals who are prepared for these roles. So during this program, you will not only learn about the technical part, about some of the critical impact skills that are fundamental, but you're also going to be learning how to use and how to leverage AI tools to be more proficient, more efficient, and to strategically enhance your capabilities during the program. So our goal during this year is to make sure you have all the knowledge and that you are prepared to what is coming to the real world. As you know, this is a very practical program, very hands-on, and this is our goal, to make sure you are prepared with all the new advancements and with all the new trends that are in the market. So I'm not going to, Iklak already gave you an introduction of the school. Just to give you an overview, because we have a session right after, so I'll dive into detail about all the classes that you're going to be taking. Right now, I just want to give you an overview. During this year, you have the academic part, all the classes that you're going to be taking as part of the Master in Business Analytics and Data Science. You also have the experiential learning. As I was mentioning, this is very hands-on. You'll be working on real projects from companies, sustainability datathons, many initiatives that the school organizes. You'll also have the opportunity to be part of different clubs, not only related to the program, but there are plenty of clubs. So I highly encourage you to make the most out of this experience, because it's definitely something that is going to make a difference. Also, career development. Ambra is going to, she'll tell you more about it, but take advantage of all the services that the career team is offering. You have sessions during the program. So it's important that since the beginning you focus on the different pathways and you start exploring where you want to go after graduation. Also, in terms of leadership skills, as Iklak was mentioning, there are many other skills like critical thinking, problem solving, asking the right questions, communication skills, being able to communicate your insights that are fundamental as well. So I'll tell you more about it later. But on top of all the technical knowledge that you'll gain, you'll also be gaining these other skills, leadership, impact skills, that every time with the AI implementation are becoming more and more important. And also, you have the possibility to get certified during the program. I'll give you more details about it. And sustainability, as you know, is at the core is one of the main values at IE University. So we'll also make sure we give you the possibility to get a certificate in sustainability, participate in the Sustainability Datathon competition, and more initiatives related to sustainability. So here you have, I just put a few, just highlighted a few of our professors. Our professors are leaders in the industry with years of experience, not only professors that are working in the industry, but also researchers. So in class you'll have both people that are working in the industry, and you'll be learning in the way that companies are applying it right now and how they'll be applying it in the future, and also with the most up-to-date research, which is also fundamental. So I'll leave it here. You have the presentation, so then you have access to the slides. As I was mentioning, you'll be able to get different certifications from Microsoft, AWS, Tableau. In the end, all the initiatives that you're going to be working on during the program is because we know this is going to increase your chances of getting jobs. So all the different initiatives that we organize are going to help you to do that. Also, the international approach that the program offers, we partner with different universities. So during your third term, it's true that not that many people want to go and exchange what they start the program, because it's true that once you start, but if some of you want to go to a different school, you can always apply to an exchange. So these are some of the schools. We recently opened a university in New York, and we just signed an agreement with them, so you'll also be able to complete the third term in the New York College if you are interested. In terms of the impact project, I think this is one of the most exciting parts of the program, because this is actually when you apply all the knowledge that you've gained during the program in a project. These are some of the companies that have partnered with us in previous editions. I don't know exactly what companies are going to be, but it'll be some interesting projects and companies. So you have the option to do that for a company, but we also give you the possibility to do your final project with the Venture Lab. Entrepreneurship is also one of our main values. As you see, Clark has plenty of experience in entrepreneurship. The entrepreneurial mindset is something fundamental that you'll see in the program, in the initiatives that the school organizes. So if some of you are interested in starting your own venture, you'll also be able to do your final project on this. And this is also the third option is a new one. It's the first time that we're going to be organizing it. For those of you who are interested in research, doesn't mean that you're going to do your PhD right after, but research is important. If you want to contribute and know what's going on, the most recent research, if you are very interested in a specific topic, then we'll see. We'll evaluate your proposal. We'll see if we can find, there is a full-time professor who can work with you, and you'll have the possibility to do that as well as your final project. You also have the option to do internships during the third term. There is an advanced tech track for those of you who have previous experience, technical experience, or for those of you who demonstrate the most advanced knowledge and the most commitment, engagement during the first period of the program. There will be some specific sessions so that you can also dive deeper into some advanced topics. The Sustainability Datathon that I was mentioning, every year we work on one of the 16 of the United Nations Sustainability Goals. Every year there is a different challenge. So this will be during your second term. There is also, we have a global mentors community. We have 120 mentors that do this voluntarily. They collaborate with the school. And for those of you who are interested, you'll be assigned to a mentor who has years of experience in the tech sector, and who'll be able to guide you personally, professional, so you can establish this relationship with someone who has experience in the sector. I mean, having a reference, having a mentor in life is always important, so we know this is an initiative that works really well. There are many opportunities of entrepreneurship. We'll tell you more about it whenever it gets the time. This is 1 week where students from the School of Science and Technology work with students from different schools, and they are able to create a proposal in only 1 week. So different initiatives from the school. The Impact Accelerator that Iklak was talking about, if you are interested in research, this is something that the school is focusing on right now. So if anyone is interested, we can talk more about it and discuss it afterwards as well. You have during 1 week of the program, you'll go to another city. We'll confirm the destination, but during this week, you get to visit companies, you talk to alumni, professionals who are working in the sector, and it's great also in terms of career opportunities. So just the last thing that I wanted to share with you is this formula, which I really like, because I actually think this formula is key to succeed in the program, not only in the program but also in your professional careers. So the first part of this formula is fundamental, is knowledge plus skills. So this means that knowledge, we're going to make sure, and that's our job, to make sure that during your classes you have all the technical expertise and all the technical knowledge to be prepared to get the jobs that you want afterwards. So with the knowledge and with the skills is everything that you already, all the skills that you have. If you are here, is because you have great skills. Of course, each of you have different strengths, and that's what you need to know. What are your strengths? How can you maximize them? But with all the skills that you already have, the ones that you'll gain during the program, and so with the knowledge and the skills, you'll be able to find jobs, you'll be successful. But what I truly believe makes a difference, and the factor that multiplies this equation, is the A. I don't know if you can guess, or you know what the A could be? Attitude? What did you say? Attitude. Perfect. Yeah, exactly. So I think this is this is what's going to set you at the difference between a professional who is a regular professional and someone who is an exceptional professional. And with the attitude, I mean, the attitude, the drive that you have, the energy that you put into anything that you do, your motivation, the mindset that you have, being open to new opportunities. So the attitude in general is what sets a difference from people that are professionals, and of course good professionals, to people that are students and professionals that are exceptional. And this is important during the program, during your classes, and in everything. So just to finish, I'd like to remind you to take a moment today, by the end of the day or whenever you have some time, because when you look back at the end of this journey, and 11 months, I mean, maybe right now you don't think about it, but 11 months go by really quick. You'll see how much you've grown, not only in a professional way, but also in a professional, in a personal way. So approach this year with curiosity, with resilience, and collaboration. And I wish you the best of luck during the program. And we'll have another session afterwards, more specific. So.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Raquel. So we're going to learn a bit about yourselves now with Georgi Obnakov, Junior Manager from the Admissions Department. Welcome to the stage.
Everybody, good morning. Thanks for having me today. Most of you remember me from interviews, and those who don't just hurt my feelings a little bit. I am as I mentioned, Junior Manager of the Admissions Department, and much like you guys, I find myself quite, I didn't know anybody when I moved to Spain, so to make it a little bit easier for the icebreakers a little bit later, so let's have a look at what kind of group I found yourself in. Just before we have a look at it, I wanted to say that alone we can achieve so little, but together we can achieve so much. Does anybody know who said that? No? I was Helen Keller. I didn't know it either. I just pulled it from the internet. Don't worry about it. But anyway, so let's check it out. What kind of group we have here today? Oh, there's a clicker. Sorry about that. All right. So Business Analytics and Data Science, April 2025. So we have 43 individuals starting today, and looking at your faces, I see some motivated people looking to learn some stuff. And much like ICLAC, I'm thinking about my time when I started my master, which was a long 2 months ago. And I can tell you it's awesome, and you have found yourself in the best place in terms of the most complete program in business analytics out there right now. Now, let's check out the team that we have right now. So we have our fearless leader, Patricia Bonilla. She is on maternity leave right now. Myself in second place is Junior, and we have Mr. Tulio Rivero, who couldn't make it today. He has some other engagements. Ms. Pilar Talavera, sitting over there, our genius coordinator. And we have Nicolas Grande, a good friend of mine, who's over there. And we have the global markets team, with their senior manager Faina, Maria Luisa, and Mariel Falcon. So depending on how you started your journey with IE, was it directly, indirectly, you will probably have been in touch with at least half of these people, or some of them. Anyway, now, who will be the people that we'll be sharing? So for the first time, we're very happy and proud to announce that our gender balance has finally been balanced. Well, slightly askew, but you know what I mean. Anyway, so 26 years of age and 3.7 years of work experience. Now, this is a little bit higher than what we've seen before. So if you're thinking, maybe you're fresh out of university, you've only done a couple of internships, that's fine. There's a spectrum of experience here, and the skills that you bring from your experiences, projects, be it academic or professional, are going to be valuable for your classmates. Now, one of the main values that we hold dear at IE is networking, right? And I can tell you right now, you'll be learning as much or maybe even more from your classmates than you will be from your professors. At the end of the day, you only have a few professors, then you have 42 classmates. So that's definitely it makes for some really interesting project when you guys start working on the group ones. Nationalities, 25 represented nationalities and a total of 85%, which I forget to put the number there, of international students. Now, can somebody tell me what the distribution is over here? Come on, don't be shy. It's a normal distribution. Oh, somebody said something. It's a normal distribution, or also known as Gaussian. Okay, you guys. Well, first of all, that will be your grading curve. So you want to get familiar with that one. But anyway, so we have a really good representation from the Americas and in Europe as well, as you can see, and Asia. We have a lot of representation from these countries, and yeah, you can check them out. Anyway, so the academic backgrounds that we have, as you can probably expect, the majority of representation we have is overall in people that come from telecommunication and technology. This diverse experience, again, as I mentioned before, makes for some really, really interesting projects and insights when you guys start building your tools or depending on whatever you're working for. It's going to make the interactions with your clients and with your product managers and project managers, owners as well, quite more interesting and diverse. Moving on, let's see what companies we have here in class. So these are some of the main companies that are represented. So I've chosen to put some big names that are well known and some smaller ones that might be interesting as well. So this provides another opportunity for networking. Now, if you see somebody if you see a company, that you like and you're interested in joining them, or maybe learning more about their mission, or you believe that you can bring value to their work, or etc., you can just network with a person, see how it's going, what kind of insights they can provide for you. This is quite similar to the industry speakers that we're going to have come in and speak to you guys about their companies, and again, gaining some insights on what kind of profiles they're looking for, so you can shape yourself to fit the place that you want to end up in. Now, some advice. Somebody asked earlier what advice is, and usually when people ask me, I say the most important thing is don't burn out. There's so many things on offer in IE University. It's incredible, honestly. You have the clubs, you have the extracurriculars, the advanced tech track, as Raquel mentioned. It's really easy to get fully immersed and just burn out, and obviously that's counterproductive. So be good at compartmentalizing. Just kind of plan your day out because you're going to want to take advantage of everything, and unfortunately you can't. But anyway, build a network. As we keep mentioning, networking is the key, guys. Now, at this level in the master's degree, again, my dad always says, expect the unexpected. So you don't know if you're shaking hands with your next business partner, mentor, or you might be mentoring them, or something like that. And through the projects and labs such as the Tech Venture Lab and the Venture Lab in general, it's a wonderful opportunity to start building some projects and get experience in a controlled environment where it's safe for you to make mistakes and learn from people that, as Raquel mentioned, have a lot of experience. Enjoy the rides. Don't forget to stop and smell the flowers. You are here to expand your employability and knowledge exponentially. However, also enjoy the ride. Madrid's a wonderful city. You guys you're gonna love it. And like Raquel said, the next 11 months will definitely fly. And some advice on the lighthearted side. First world programming. If it works, don't touch it. But by what I mean is, at times when working on this project, you might get a little too stuck into it, too perfectionist, which is great. It's not a bad thing. But maybe take a break, have a look at another part of your code, or maybe touch base with your coworker, see how it's going, and just kind of decompress a little bit, is what I mean, right? Second rule, always code in dark mode because lights attract bugs. And most importantly, just kind of remember to keep it zen. For those of you that have experience with programming, you will know that you can spend hours banging your head against the wall, thinking why it's not working. There's like a single comma or something somewhere. So kind of remember to be zen. Our university also offers services in well-being, in critical thinking, etc. So make sure you use all those services too. But anyway, so we looked at what makes us, what sets us apart. However, what makes us the same is that we're all here looking to go above and beyond, to expand ourselves and to reach new heights. So let's go out there and get it done. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Georgie. So now we're going to continue with our Director of Education from the Talent and Career Department, Ambra Stana.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. So my name is Ambra. I'm the Director of Education within the Talent and Careers Department. It's a great pleasure to be here with you. First of all, so congratulations on choosing this dynamic, future-forward master program within the SciTech School. I have no doubt it will equip you with the technical skills and, just as importantly, the confidence you need to reach new heights, both professionally and personally. Now, I'd like to take a moment to talk about a bigger picture. I'm going to meet you again at 1:30, so I'm not going to explain a lot about talent and careers now. We're going to meet each other later. But I just want to take a moment to talk about the importance of enjoying this experience, these 11 months that you're going to do here at IE. While your classes will sharpen your technical expertise, this is also a time to build the other skills that will shape your career, your ability to adapt, to solve problems and to collaborate, and to understand who you are and what you bring to the table. And then you need to learn how to communicate all of that to employers. These skills take time and practice to develop, and it's never too early to start. The good news is you're not alone in this. You now have an incredible range of resources at your fingertips, starting with your classmates, your professors, and the wider IE community. And of course, you have the full support of IE Talent and Careers Department. More than 70 professionals dedicated exclusively to helping you achieve your dream goals, career goals. So how do we support you? We help you through our Career Accelerator course, one-on-one career advising, and a wide range of cutting-edge tools and resources available for you. We also give you direct access to top companies through recruitment events and networking opportunities. And the results speak for themselves. Remember, you're now part of a vast global network, more than 84,000 alumni from 175 nationalities and countries. And that's a powerful support system. Use it, engage with alumni, join events, reach out on LinkedIn. In my experience, the more effort and enthusiasm students invest in their journey here, academically, professionally, and socially, the stronger their outcomes after graduation. That journey begins with the choices you make, and you have already taken a powerful first step by joining this master. I applaud you for choosing this demanding, high-impact program. I'm confident it will prepare you to address some of society's most complex challenges. But beyond the skills you learn, never forget, the true value of your experience lies in the community you build. Welcome to IE. We are truly excited to have you here. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thank you, Ambra. And last but not least, we have Mayra Perez, alumni from the last intake from the MVD, April 24. Come on in.
Hi, everybody. I am Mayra. Well, I would like to start saying that just 1 year ago, I was sitting in the same place you are now. I was in my opening ceremony as well. And, well, I was with a mix of emotions, nervous for starting a new chapter, and also being in a new city, meeting new people, and everything. So, yes, this was me, and now my friends that in that point were just few people that were here together starting this new journey. Well, I will start presenting myself. As I said, my name is Mayra. I just graduated 1 month ago. I am from Mexico, and I am 25 years old. I studied biomedical engineering, and I did 2 years of business intelligence in a system of hospitals. Probably you're wondering what is a biomedical engineering doing in data. So this is the first message I want to tell you. In this master's, one of the biggest things I met, it was the importance of the many different diversity of people that you can find here, many nationalities, cultures, work experience, and seniority. So take advantage of this, meet the people, and connect with them, as everybody have said before. Okay, you will find your core curriculum that, of course, will be tech skills and soft skills. You will learn a lot of SQL, Python, and also the soft skills that you will learn will be in your teams, with your teams, cross-cultural teamwork or effective communication, that of course it's very important. But I want to share with you some things that are not graded, but for me were more important sometimes. So these are some things that you can succeed over your careers. The first one is practice for the real world. So you will be learning a lot of programming, but it's important to use DataCamp or, for example, LeetCode, another platform that I discovered like in the third term. So please, now that you are in the first term or starting, please use these kind of things. Practice every day, because once you get to the interviews, trust me that you will lead all of these practice and all of these things that you will do with the technical exams that the companies will require you. Show your work, use the datathon, the capstone, and also the projects from the different topics that you will learn, and put it on GitHub. Then you can show that portfolio to the companies. The third one is certify your skills. Take advantage of all the certifications that are free. Well, not all of them, but yeah, you can take some of them. And I sponsor this certification. And don't skip the NGS sessions, because many of the people, they don't go to the NGS sessions. But for me, were very important, because you can learn and connect with that professors. Many of them come from other countries just to give that NGS session, and that was very valuable for me. So for example, I remember a lot the LinkedIn session that helped me a lot, or the Scrum and Agile's also sessions were very, very good. And saying that, and the most important probably, meet and connect with your professors. Trust me, there are your future network. They come from very top companies like AWS, Microsoft, and many more. So they can take you to the companies, to meet the companies, and also they can refer you in the future, and this is very important. Trust me when I tell you that only the interviews I got were because someone referred me. Without the referrals, I think it's very difficult to get this. And the other half of the master, that is the life outside, I will tell you, enjoy outside the syllabus, say yes to everything, and find your people, of course, but also follow your engagement reps. So I don't know if you have heard about this, but you will have engagement reps, and they will be doing many things, and you should go to everything and check IE Connect's recurrently all the time that you can, because here you will find many events like academic, but also I don't know. I have done kayaking. I have done hiking, many activities you can do that I organizes, but also with your engagement reps, you can go and enjoy these parts. Also, you can take advantage of the Venture Lab or other things that I provide you. And well, take everything of this program, ask, meet, and join, because nobody is going to do it for you. So you have to do it and take the initiative to make everything. So I wish you the best of luck. This is my LinkedIn if someone wants to connect. But yes, I wish you the best in this program and make the most of your experience here. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Mayra, for all the advices. We're going to head to the cocktail now, so I'm sure most of you are going to have some questions for her, so you can do that there. So as I said, that we're done with the event. We're going to head over there, that the cocktail, I see it's already ready. And then we're going to take you guys back to the 31Bs for the meeting with the academic director and myself, okay? So enjoy the cocktail. Thank you.